Addressing the culture. I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture. I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture. I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture. I'm addressing the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come address the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come address the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come address the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come and address the culture, huh?
What's going on, y'all? It's your girl, Lady Luck, and I'm here with the homie Big Wall, and you are now tuned in to Address the Culture, where we're addressing everything in the culture. Keep it locked.
Brick by brick, you get your boy Big Wall, and y'all already know the vibes. When y'all see the big homie P.stock next to me, y'all know what we here to do. We have come to address the culture, right, P?
Address the culture all day long. This is that time of the week. You know, it's great, man. Every show is like a family reunion, you know, so we're here to talk about it. You know, we're going to address it and talk about it. You know, address the culture, and there's a lot to talk about.
We don't talk about it.
There's a lot to talk about. That's what Big Wall said. We're going to talk about it. Well, we got to talk about it, you know, and we got some informative news that, you know, stuff that we talked about, you know, over the last season's, you know, shows, and Big Wall, I know, talked about on other shows, and I talked about on other shows regarding situations that's going on for people. So we try to be informative and bring that information to you. You know, we want to, and tonight's no different. You know, it's some of you may know, some of you may know, may not know. And it's, you know, it's shocking information, you know, but we got to talk about it. You know? We got to talk about it. You know?
That's our job, man. Like, that's what me and you both said we was going to do. You know what I mean? On all our platforms, and even when we come together, that we are going to always be informative and give the information, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
and,
100.
Like I always say, we're not ducking no smoke. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about some things that may be uncomfortable, that, you know, people don't want to talk about, some things maybe people don't want to hear. And there's some people out here that really do want the information. So either way, we are here to give that information because it's valuable, it's needed. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for you to be able to move forward and be prepared for certain things if you don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And it can stop a lot of people from further being sick and, you know, further making the mistakes because of something that they thought was the right way or something that they believe was good for them. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're here to do. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it's the topic about, that's what we're going to do.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about. And a topic just hit my head that I forgot, and I wanted to hit you. I wonder if you've seen that one. Man, I don't know. I think there is a clip on it. But it was about, and this one, it just hit my head. I knew there was something else I was trying to get out to you. But it was about McDonald's.
Okay.
And their meat distribution plant down in Oklahoma, somewhere in Oklahoma.
Okay.
FDA, the feds, everybody raided one of their meat plants down there for McDonald's, you know, staple in the community, to go to cheap snack food, you know.
Don't say something crazy, P. Don't say something crazy, P.
Listen, human meat.
Bro, stop playing.
Soylent Green. Yeah, there's a video going around. Human beings. They said it looked like human children.
Bro, stop playing.
On the video. And I forgot all about, you know, I was thinking about it because we was just talking about it. I was with my wife, and as they said, there was trucks. It was loaded in trucks. It was in the freezers, everything. They was getting ready to send it, distribute it out like this normal routine.
Bro, stop playing. Stop playing, man. No. Stop playing.
No, I forgot all about that one. Let me see if I can find this.
So you mean to tell me the Happy Meal got kids in it for real?
Happy Meal got kids in it for real. That's according to this. Now, I don't know if it was a fake, but it's been floating around. Let me see. I think it might be on my phone.
Not the Happy Meal is for kids for real, for real.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
I forgot all about that one.
Bruh,
I was like, man,
look. it is time to grow your own foods. It's time to get yourself together because, bruh, they out here serving Jeffrey Dahmer burgers. We not doing
they
that.
are. I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna send it to you because it's the video. It's a video of a sister watching the video news report of this while it was supposedly, I guess it was actually going on when the feds raiding this thing and all this stuff. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, somebody watching it on TV.
We're not doing Jeffrey Dahmer burgers, bro.
You might want to check your DM. I think I dropped it on one of your DMs. You might want to check in there too.
Look,
when I see that, I start sending it out just like the AP wire, baby. It's going out like a big dog. We've been eating.
Send it out.
Soylent Green. You ever see that movie, Soylent Green?
No.
Soylent Green. You know, it's funny. I was talking about it too, and I don't want to get off topic because we got
we good.
We good. But
this is culture shock. You know,
this is culture shock for real.
This is what you
culture
the definition of culture shock. You know what I'm saying?
Real.
Let's talk about it. Like straight up, bro.
I was just talking about this, like the films of the 70s. In the 80s and late 60s, the stuff they made back then, it's kind of like coming to truth in this part of the future when I start thinking about it, looking at stuff like Soylent Green was one.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you've seen that movie or you heard about it, but
Absolutely.
If you haven't, viewers, go check out. It's Charlton Heston. Charlton Heston's always in these movies too. If you notice that, he's always in these movies. But Soylent Green is one. 1984. Have you seen 1984?
No.
1984 is one you put on there to go see. Watch that movie.
Well, I just watched a movie last night called Fresh.
Oh, you know Fresh. My man. That's my man, Sean Nelson, and he was a kid in there. I went to college with Sean. We went to film school together.
No, not that Fresh.
Okay,
I know what Fresh you talking about. Fresh you talking about. I'm talking about it's a Fresh that's on Hulu right now. And it's about a dude who eating human, like kidnapping women and taking their body parts, chopping it up, selling it. Bro, I just watched it last night. You know what I'm saying?
And then this stuff comes out.
And then the next day, you tell me about this here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
it's no coincidence anymore. No. Parts of our society, I think that's
playing
right
out
up there.
In movies.
Yeah. They play it out. Everything in the movies that they're playing out. People are either watching it or something that's been going on, secret societies that's been going on, protected and hid by laws. And I don't mean Illuminati. Illuminati's just one of them.
You hitting it on the head because in this movie, he was saying like not only does he like chop the body parts up, like he mail them out to people in the world, like rich people. You know what I mean? And they get the girls' pictures and their clothing and their glasses, and then it's a part of their body that he sent, like chopped up and look like meat. And these rich people that get it, he said it's 1% of the 1%. You know what I mean? Of America, 1% of the 1% of the elite that they like and they indulge in this kind of behavior, bro. And that's not no mistake. It's not a coincidence. It's not just coming from the mind of somebody being creative.
None of that,
bro. This is real talk because they out here serving Jeffrey burgers at McDonald's, bro.
McDonald's,
come on, man. Come on, man.
The McRib. You remember they brought the McRibs? For the farewell. That's probably what they busted up the end of that McRib run.
God, the McRib is real ribs. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing it. And look, please don't look. We're not making fun of this because we sorry for the people that lost their lives, especially the kids. Like that's crazy.
That's children. But see, that leads
crazy.
That leads to this though, bro. Too. Listen, that leads to this. Now they're snatching kids. Kids disappear all the time.
All the time,
and never seen
black
again.
Women too. Black women too.
Women disappearing.
It's really a pandemic
Spanish
on black
women, brown
come
women.
on, man.
Yeah.
It's a pandemic on that. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag epidemic. You know what I'm saying? When we
Nobody.
talk about just black women, women of color coming up missing. You know what I mean? And to be honest, it's one of them things that the FBI said that black women and children are the top 2 people that come up missing.
Yeah.
And they said they don't want to publicize that because people are going to stop caring.
Yeah.
That shows you how they feel about black people in this world, not just this country, in this world. Because if they find out that black people and children are the leading people who come up missing, people are going to stop caring. You know what I mean? So they want to make it seem like it's all women. You know what I'm saying? When really it's black women. And they coming up missing, bro. And nothing's happening for left and right.
Left and right.
And now we finding bodies in McDonald's and all kind of crazy stuff, sex trafficking and all this kind of stuff, man. It's crazy, man. Had your kids, had your wives. It's what it's coming down to, man. Lock them up in the household because it's crazy, man. Like, what are we doing, bro?
You can't let and I know people work and it's rough and everything because I know this too. And some people, I can tell people that train their kids well, too. Like in the morning, I notice going out, I take my wife to work in the morning, whatever, drop her out. Yeah. I notice young girls, probably 13, 14 years old, going to school in the morning. I go by the times, they're probably 13 by the time they're going to school because high school kids are usually in school by 7:30. So this is like 8-ish. So I'm thinking it's like that. So, and I see them walking. She walked down the hill, and then she walks to her friend's house, gets her friend, and then they walk to school together. You know, and there's other kids, you know, walking, but there's some kids you see that's walking by themselves.
Yeah, bro.
You know, little kids. It might be a brother and sister, but the sister's way behind the brother. The brother's walking, sister behind them, and get home. Where's your sister? She's right behind me. No, she ain't. Where's she? You know, you don't know.
Bro.
You know, there's too many of those Amber Alert stuff popping out, near miss stuff going on. So I would say the big thing for that is to keep, you know, an eye on, you know, I look out for kids. You know, even though kids can be mean and hateful and ignorant, but that's only because that's what they're being taught in their homes. They're not being trained. You know, they're not being trained. They're being, and you can tell right away. You know, so people, that's another thing. When your kid open their mouth and they get, that's a reflection of you. That represents you. You know, because that's your household. So you got to stay on it. So, but that happens, and we look out. You know, I try to look out for it. You know, little girls watch out.
I do too, bro. I literally recently saw a little girl. Me and my lady, we was riding, and I saw a little girl walking down the street, and she was maybe 4, 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She was walking down the street, and it looked funny. You see what I'm saying? It looked funny, so I pulled over. My lady got out the car. She went to go talk to the little girl, and the little girl said she was walking, no coat on, just walking. So she said she was on her way to school. She was walking, and it wasn't school hours. She said she was trying to get to her friend's house. So she was going to walk to school and then try to walk from her to her friend's house from school because she know how to get there
from school
through like the bus. But she had snuck out the house. So
4 years old.
Bruh, she was walking by herself, bruh. So my lady was like, okay, I'm following in the car because we didn't want to put her in the car and it looked crazy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she walked her back home, knocked on the door, bro. The mama in there asleep. Didn't even know the little girl was gone. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so could you imagine if God didn't put that in us to stop and talk to, because it looked weird. It wasn't even a school day. Like it was, you know what I'm saying? It looked weird. She was just walking by herself. You know,
what are you doing out here?
Like, what are you doing out here? You know what I'm saying? So, like, can you imagine if we wouldn't have stopped and she would have walked? Because the school is far away from where we was at. You know what I'm saying? So she trying to walk to the school to walk to her friend's house. Can you imagine if somebody with bad intentions would have saw this little girl, or anything. You know what I'm saying? And that was one of those things, man. That kind of showed me, bro. Like you said, man, it's a reflection on you and the household. You know, what I'm
households.
saying?
You know, you can't say you're on top of it, and your kids, you don't know where your kids are.
And you gotta look out. You gotta look out.
And that's a part. And I almost hate to say it, you know, but it's a part of like the violence in our communities. You know, with the young black males. You got these young teenage kids, 13, 14, 15, out on the streets committing these crimes. Where are your parents at?
Yeah.
Where are your parents? I don't want to see no mom crying about my baby, my baby. Why didn't you know where your baby was? You ain't know your baby was gang banging like this or whatever. You know, we can't buy like that. And I know it's the environment. It's environmental. You know, it's a part of the thing. It's the lack of the economic resources in these communities.
Absolutely.
Especially jobs.
It's a gumbo. A lot
especially of jobs. If kids are working and making money where they can go out and get them some J's and they can take their girl to the movies and go to somewhere other than McDonald's.
Yeah.
You know, so far to grab something, eat some real food, you know, Soul Food Shack and get some, you know, real food, you know, healthy food, you know, something like that, you know, but, you know, that's what the society's missing, bro. I mean, and that's what all that running around, this rage that if kids is working, they too tired to be out there running around. Now I got to go to school in the morning after school, got to go to get this money. We get paid tomorrow. We go get, you know, have plans, money, start showing how to use money, spend money, get with your friends instead of shooting at them. Let's get together, put our money together. Your idea was great. Let's do this with this idea. Put this together. We put our money together. Boom, you got a corporation. Yeah. You know, you can't be sitting there shooting, hating over. I don't even understand why all the violence is going on, man. With, you know, I mean, words ain't enough.
I know why. You know what I mean?
Well, we know why, but
yeah.
words ain't enough. You know, to throw your life away, rest of your life away.
Yeah,
just ain't.
Yeah,
just ain't.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. And speaking about throwing your life away, you know what I'm saying? What's going on with Pfizer, man? You was telling me about
listen,
Pfizer, and
this is another one that we want to get out with the people, man. I want to get out. So I want to start with this first. We're gonna watch this video, okay, and then we're gonna get into a little depth because, you know, it's going around, and the only question I'm saying is, why isn't the media here talking about this situation more? Why isn't it in our news even more? What's happening? So let's check this video out. We'll be right back. Check this out.
Was the Pfizer COVID vaccine tested on stopping the transmission of the virus before it entered the market? If not, please say it clearly. If yes, are you willing to share the data with this committee? And I really want a straight answer, yes or no, and I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
Regarding the question around, did we know about stopping immunization before it's entered the market? No. We had to really move at the speed of science to really understand what is taking place in the market. And from that point of view, we had to do everything at risk.
Now, guinea pigs. Once again, people as guinea pigs. You know, I mean, no. She said no. Like, are you serious?
And the way she said it, like, duh. No.
Yeah.
No, like,
are you
we
serious?
ain't have time.
We didn't have time for that.
Yeah.
You know, and what's more interesting is, I know for sure it's nothing but a money grab.
Absolutely.
You know, it's all, you know,
because the U.S. invested in Pfizer, correct?
Yep. I mean, and they went in $100 billion once they did whatever. So, listen, you know, none of this stuff was tested. They couldn't. You heard her. They needed something to calm the people down. They didn't want widespread panic, and they didn't want people to think that, you know, they didn't have it under control in the science and technology.
And people was in such a hurry to get back. And people was in such a hurry to get back
to normal.
Yeah, go to the movies and go out to eat,
Greed.
do all this stuff that don't
Making
mean
money.
nothing. You know what I mean?
Greed. Greed. People was worried about getting back out in the world.
Yeah.
Instead of giving a chance that the virus, the virologist a chance to create something that could probably defend it. But they knew all along, So because to go a little further, to go a step further, now that was the EU, the European Union's parliament. Okay, so these are all the diplomats. That was I think Denmark's diplomat. One of their parliamentary asked them the question. Right now, the Pfizer CEO didn't even go. He didn't even show up. He sent her. To ask to say no. Are you silly? No. So that's what happened. So it's ugly. It's an ugly situation. People again use it as guinea pigs. They're not reporting on it in the U.S. The EU, Europe, they're upset. They want to see the money. Now, there was the guy from Romania, a Romanian diplomat, a government guy that was there. And he requested the contracts that Pfizer had with his country.
Right.
That was the whole thing. He just wanted to see the contract that Pfizer had with his country, Romania.
Yeah.
And, talk about, let's look at the numbers.
That shouldn't be hard. That's not a lot to ask for. You know what I'm saying?
Shouldn't be hard at all.
Shouldn't be hard at all.
This is what he gets. That's the contract that your government and all the governments around, all the governments got these contracts.
Wow.
Right? That's the contract that you got. Look at that.
Wow.
You can't, is there anything? Is there anything? Are they giving them anything?
Zoom in on it, Pete.
Are they showing them anything?
Wow.
A couple lines. You get a line there. You get a line there. You get a line there. This is the issue that we're dealing with now. Look at that. So this is the issue that's going on around the world. The United States ain't even, they're trying to keep you distracted.
They don't even want to talk about it. Yeah.
They don't want to talk about this. They don't even want to know about this. They don't want people talking about this. But this is it. So, and these again are government officials, of the country, and these corporations. Get out of here. This is how you treat. So who has the power? The corporations or your government? That's another question.
Government officials, bruh.
Government.
It's crazy to me. It's so mind-boggling that, throughout everything we've been through as human beings on this planet, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. When something like the pandemic that we're still in, honestly, I don't know what people are thinking. Look at me, people. Look at me. I want to make sure you understand what I'm saying. We are still in a pandemic.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed.
No.
Just because you're outside and you're doing what you want to do doesn't mean that this virus is not still killing people. Doesn't mean that this virus has went anywhere. Actually, there's another virus that's out right now that you can't detect with the swab. It goes directly to your lungs. It's the new Omicron variant. You're not going to have a fever. You're not going to have none of the symptoms. And none of the vaccines are effective for it. Mm-hmm. Zero. It is a new vaccine. And they don't want to talk about it, but it's here. It's not a vaccine. It's a new Omicron variant. And it is here. And you can't detect it with the nose thing. That's pop. It an upgrade. It's no fever. It's none of the flu-like symptoms. None of that. You walk around like you're fine. And it's faster. It's more contagious. And it's here.
And what does it do? What is it? Is it still attacking?
It goes straight to your lungs. It's not in your nose and in your passageways no more. So when they swab the nose, it goes straight to the lungs.
So it's more of a SARS, variant.
No, it's an Omicron. It's an
Omicron, but it's the SARS side because the COVID is SARS. It's a variant. It's a part of SARS. Biological warfare weapons. That's what I call them.
Yeah. And it's here. and
it's back out.
And they tell it, and it's slowly starting to talk about it. Saying people need to start wearing your mask again, being 6 feet apart, because this one is way more contagious and is way more dangerous than any of the other variants, and we don't have a vaccine for it. None of the vaccines on the market now can stop it. Nothing. You know what I mean? So people, we are still in a pandemic. We are. Whether you believe it or not, we still are. You know what I mean?
Something like that's going to push another shutdown.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And sooner than later. And here's the problem I have, you know, with all of this and a lot of things. Okay. China stayed locked down that whole time. Okay. They wouldn't share data. You know, they called themselves the strictest country in the world, you know, as far as the COVID, you know, cleaning. You see them out there in their suits and they were spraying down stuff, looked like they was doing something. And I think they was losing like 5,000 people a day.
Yeah.
Over that in there, and the virus is rampant. So what do? They drop restrict all of the COVID restrictions. Allow people on planes. There shouldn't have been a person able to get into the United States that been in China.
Absolutely.
Get the hell out of here.
No. But not just China, the world. You know what I mean? Like
anywhere.
At the end
they
of the day,
shouldn't have been able to get out of there. Period.
Or
you got to resolve it. You just got to resolve it. Whether China and you know, I hear people talk about Bill Gates. You know, and what do you think about that spin? You know, people think, you know, Bill Gates is behind a lot of this COVID stuff, you know.
Man, I don't put nothing past nobody but Bill Gates. In the beginning of this situation, Bill Gates was the person, in my opinion, giving out the best information. Yeah.
It seems like a bad James Bond movie, and they killed Bond already. Bond got blown up.
But it's real life, though.
Scene. It's real
life. You know what I mean? And that's what's so mind-boggling about this situation, because, you know, when you're watching a movie and you see just bad stuff or people in a bad situation, you're like, oh, man, it's just a movie. You know what I'm saying? But this is not that. This is real life. And it kind of showed me that, because we talk about it all the time about humanity. You know what I mean? It just people putting greed over humanity, putting their own personal agendas over
humanity. Greed.
Greed. And this pandemic really showed me that, you know, it's about the money. It's about your own personal agendas and everything that you want, not for the greater good of humanity. Because if that was the case, it was no reason. We could have contained this. You know what I mean? We could have definitely changed the trajectory of how it spread it so fast. But if you believe it or not, if you close to your God and you believe in certain principles and certain things, this is all prophesied. Yeah. You look at it, everything that's transpired, it's all been prophesied. You know what I mean? They say we in our last days. You know what I mean? And for me, it's kind of hard to argue. You know what I mean? When you see everything that's going on and you seeing it being prophesied. So it's kind of one of them situations that if it was prophesied, nothing that we could have did could have stopped it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because
nothing.
It's just going to happen. It's the times. But at the same time, how you react to it as human beings and what we do kind of shows who we are. And in this moment, we did not look out for each other. We did not protect each other. We did not follow the rules and minimize the strength and the power of this variant move. We didn't minimize the power. We fed into it. You know what I'm saying? We helped it spread because we looking at it like it's not as serious because you want to go out and go to the movies. Because you want to go to the club.
You want to go to dinner. You want to go out to dinner.
You know what I'm saying? You want to go see Beyonce dance on stage. You see what I'm saying? You worrying about everything other than getting ourselves together as human beings. You know what I mean? And it's frightful. You know what I mean?
People, and what was frightful was the big thing, alcohol, liquor stores. People was needed to get their alcohol, so they had to open the liquor stores. Remember?
Yeah.
They had to reopen the liquor stores because people wanted to drink. They had to drink at home.
Yeah.
So it probably spurred more alcoholics than people sitting at home. And I lost somebody close to me that, what does alcohol, we talked about that was alcohol, dealt with that.
God bless the dead.
Yeah, so, we got to, that stuff, like Big Wall said, everybody wants to rush out for the material stuff, the stuff that doesn't matter. It's humanity that matters. What about food? Now this thing is moving silent, and there's no vaccine for it.
Zero.
The one you have, there's a little bit of chance that it may help a little bit.
No,
none at all.
No.
Then you're dead.
Actually, what they're actually saying that the people who are vaccinated, it's affecting them more.
More, I believe it.
It's affecting them more. So again, it makes you think, what was the agenda? What was your agenda to spread this vaccine so fast and make everybody get it? Because at one point it was they kept moving the goalposts. Oh, it's the unvaccinated
it's
people.
Always.
We need to get everybody. And you knew the whole time that this vaccine was not healthy. It was not helping people. It was actually harming. You didn't even test it. So why are you pushing it so hard? And now it's actually hurting people and making this making this variant spread even more. So when you talk about conspiracy theories and people just saying stuff, it's hard to say that.
It's hard.
And it's true.
It's hard not to believe that there's not one. Just call it that. That's the thing. Oh, it's a conspiracy theory. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's the stuff they want you to think and believe.
Yeah.
That's a conspiracy theory. No, it's no conspiracy theory. Look at the numbers. The people's dwelling. Look at all of it. Look at what's going on. You got the debt ceiling issue going on, and you got these yahoos talking about, we're not gonna. Don't raise that debt ceiling and watch what happens.
Yeah.
Watch what happens.
Yeah.
So I mean,
that's going to be another pandemic.
That's going to be tied into this pandemic.
Yeah.
And how can you be confident of the people in there that's making the decisions for you as well? It started, I guess when Trump was in there. Trump, it was fake science, fake news, everything was fake. Inject bleach in your skin or whatever, and clean yourself, all kind of dumb stuff. Okay. And it went through and it built up. Now it's to this, which is a SARS. Anything attack your lung that's tied with this COVID is a SARS-based disease that is pretty bad. With this bird flu with the birds, with the price of eggs being what, $10 a dozen of eggs in some places.
It's bad, bro.
It's bad. So all of that's going to place. So then, the government, is sitting there fighting over all the debt ceiling. They can't, get in cabinets, people that shouldn't be in there. I mean, shouldn't even be in the Congress. Shouldn't be in the Congress. And that just says a lot about the areas that these people come out of, I mean, people, the same thing. Like people's running around wanting to go to dinners, wanting to go drink. People are just voting willy-nilly over the place and don't know who they're voting into these offices.
Okay. Well, speaking about voting the wrong person in the office, about voting the wrong person in the office, what's up with your guy Santos, man?
Man, listen, this right here, this right here is funny. And this is the 3rd district of New York. Okay. And that's a pretty upscale, section of town. 3rd district, right? Listen, this person right here, look at him. What was he thinking about that?
Look at his face, bro.
Look at his face. Well, that's the face of somebody that lies about the lies that they lied about.
Man, look at him, man. My lies got lies. You feel me?
The lies got lies. He be lying in his sleep. He be lying when they find out, 9/11, my mom was in the towers. Yeah, your mom, what towers? In Brazil? Yeah, the towers down in Brazil. Lying about everything, man. I mean, look at this face, though, man. I mean, is this a face you can trust?
Man, look, clearly America did. They voted.
The 3rd district of New York. You ought to be proud of yourself. They want them out of there now, too.
But they say, congratulations, you played yourself.
The people are up in arms. And guess what? The upper echelon, the leaders of the GOP and the House, they gave him assigned him to committees. He's on committees. He's on 2 committees. Boy. So they need that vote. They need his vote. They need him in that chair until they figure out who they can replace him with from that district. But I mean, the thing that got me was they brought up a guy that was a roommate of his. And the guy said, well, I didn't know him as George Santos. So I said, okay. He was calling him Mark something or something, right?
Oh, wow.
And when he found out he won the election, he was like, this guy? He's going, this guy?
Look at his face.
Guy? Yeah, look at it. Look at it. And this is no knock on Brazilian people. Brazilian people are beautiful people.
And that's what we say. This is not a race thing. This is
not a race thing. Yeah, it's a him.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody have, and look at this guy, man. He's like, man, look at him. I mean, them people in the 3rd District of New York, they must be proud, boy. I mean, this guy's on them committees up there. He can lie with the best of them, boy. I mean,
but he lied about everything, literally.
Everything. He lied about his income. I mean, about his education. So that, of course, that's going to be a lie onto his income and his statuses and everything. Man, like I said, he lied about the lies that he lied about. He lied. Man, I mean, where to begin with? And now they're embracing them because they need that vote. Just like the other one from Georgia, I was saying North Carolina, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Oh, man, every time I see them up there, the pictures up there, that thing, I just look, it just ruins this. This is supposed to be respectable people up in here or something? What's going on?
Let me ask you this, Pete. Let me ask you this. Like, and see, that's for me what gives me pause when we talk about the election process and voting these people to represent you. People come in and they have all these false prophecies. You know what I'm saying? I mean, excuse me, false promises. When they talk about what they're going to do and how they're going to change this and do this for the people. And then when they get in office, they do none of the above. They lie, they steal, they cheat. But this is the process that we have no choice but to elect these people. It just seems like the system is just broken.
Greed.
It's broken.
Do you know what George Santos wants? You know what George Santos wants?
What?
He thinks this election here is going to get him a pension. Congress is something I don't agree with. That they shouldn't get pensions at all. There shouldn't be no senators, no congressmen, nobody getting no elected official receiving a pension in this country at all. Okay, you don't talk about patriotism and then want a pension. Man, get out of here. Okay, as an elected official, get out of here. Okay, it's get out of here. But that's what he wants. He wanted. That's what his former roommate said. He wanted to get in there, get a job in Congress, get elected, and get a pension for the rest of his life. A pension and free medical for the rest of his life. You don't get it. You got to get elected twice, 2 terms. You're not going to get a second term if you get through this term because the people know you lie. But then again, maybe he will. He's going to vote the way that these people want him to vote because they voted him in there. 142,000 votes, I think it was, he got in that 3rd district. The unseat somebody that was probably incumbent, had to be, or somebody, but or somebody's vacant seat that gave it up. But look, I mean, this is what you get, man. It's ridiculous. Man,
bro, I don't understand it, man.
I don't know what
care. It's all about the money. You know what I mean? It's based on money. It's based on greed, and it's not about the people. And that's one thing that I don't know how it's going to change. Because especially in America is built on capitalism, greed. You know what I mean? It was now we could go back farther than Ronald Reagan. They got 400 years of free labor.
Yeah, that's the biggest one.
You know what I mean? If that ain't capitalism at its best, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I mean,
that's 16.
Man, come on, man! It's
$16 trillion tab of free labor that they owe on.
Man,
you have to pay on that. It's 16 trillion now. That's what.
So it's hard. You know what I'm saying? To see how things will change, or if they are, or how they can, because that's just what this country and honestly the world is kind of built on. You know what I mean? But it is disheartening, you know what I mean? And I don't understand, to be honest, I don't understand the value of voting. Like, I don't understand what the process. It sounds good.
We don't get nothing for our votes as African
Americans.
Americans.
Real good. Like, you vote, you get somebody in there to represent you, to take your needs and your wants to the right people so things can change in the community. It sounds great. It sounds good. You know what I'm saying? But in actuality, that's really not what transpires. You know what I mean?
Black people get nothing for their vote.
Absolutely.
We're the only group to get nothing for our vote. You know, we give our vote. People, if
but
we start
get
holding
people
them,
in office. We get a lot of people.
We get people in office. We start holding deals and start putting our people in these offices.
Man, we got Biden. Biden wouldn't be president if it wasn't for us. You know,
man,
especially black women. Especially black women went out and voted for Biden in extravagant numbers. You know what I'm saying? Extreme black women went out and voted for Biden. And he didn't do nothing, you know what I'm saying? Let alone a black man, but you didn't even do nothing for the black women. No programs, nothing. No small business programs for black women, specifically, no scholarships for black women, nothing. You did nothing for black women, you know what I'm saying? So it's not just a color thing, you know what I'm saying? Okay, black men didn't go out and vote for you. Okay, cool, but black women did. So if you feel it some type of way, why not do something for them? They deserve it. They deserve it. They got you in there. You're not doing no special funds for black women. No kind of programs. Nothing. You did nothing. You know what I mean? And that's the highest office in the country. That's the president. So imagine what your mayor's doing. Your governor, your congressman, your treasurers, your aldermen. Well, imagine what they're doing. The judges, when you break it all the way down, imagine what they're doing. Nothing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Same
principle. It's the same understanding. You see what I'm saying?
It's the same vicious gerbil wheel cycle. We're on this gerbil wheel that fuels that thing. Yeah.
It's an unpopular opinion, you know what I'm saying? But I stand on it. You know what I mean? Like, what is the point? I don't see the value in going out, wasting your time, placing a vote for somebody or a system that's not going to have your best interest for you. It's not. It's just a waste of time.
No.
You know what I mean?
Biden, the first thing Biden should have did was attack this criminal system with the black men. He's a part of it. All of them, and I've been talking to more and more people that are really disgusted with the liberal Democrats. I mean, the ultra left, and them guys, they're disgusted with them. They don't want to. They hate them more just as much as they do the ultra right, the ultra right.
Absolutely.
You know. So I mean, because they screw it up for everything, you know, for people. And it's all about greed. These are the people, the same people with peonage, with the prisons and all that. They're making money off of it. All it is modern day peonage. That's the new slavery system. You get locked up on some trumped up charges. You can't afford an attorney because the economics is messed up. They don't want to pay you. You can't find a job, or you find a job and they don't want to pay you the equal as your counterparts. You know, that's going in for these jobs. So you're down. You already been behind that, where there's no generational wealth, where nobody died was able to leave you anything to build and grow your family with, and lead into the future, the next generation. There's none of that, and the whole thing is all coming to a head, and it's going to blow like a powder keg. You know, I mean, people are getting tired of it. You know, you're not getting nothing for that vote. You know, so I mean, we got to start holding people accountable. Hold the people that want our votes to come in our communities. You know, start taxing. What have you done for me? You ain't getting our vote. You might as well go home. You ain't winning no election. Man, you're not winning this election. You're stealing money like Trump and them there. Steal money to pay legal fees. You know, so everything, you know, and we're still, you know, the bad guys and all this stuff, you know, because, you know, we complain. We're angry and y'all complain. Well,
that's the easy route, right?
That's the easy route.
That's the easy route. But that's so played out, man. You know what I mean? Because the proof is in the pudding. Anybody that still believes that, that's something you want to believe anyway for your own personal agenda.
It's called statistics. There's plenty of statistics out there, you know. So the new modern day slavery. So that's why I try to tell people best I can, stay out of jails. So doing that is you can't do stuff to get yourself into trouble. No, it's hard out here. Look for that fast money. No. When you get yourself locked up, that's when you begin that cycle. That's when they got you. You know, I mean, it's peanuts. You're going to be in there making pennies while some companies making millions off of your sweat.
Well, speaking about companies making millions off of your sweat. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about. Shouts out to that boy Flo Rider. You know what I'm talking about?
Flo Rider in the place to be.
With the bird, apple bodies. Shouts out to that boy Flo Rider.
Flo said he ain't no slave. He said, I'm no slave. Pay me.
Against the energy drink company Celsius. You know what I'm saying? A jury found Celsius guilty of breaching an endorsement deal with Flo Rider that ran from 2014 to 2018.
Woo, 4 years of free promotion.
Man, look at
free
him,
promotion
man.
From a superstar rap artist.
Come on, man.
Entertainer.
Come on, man.
That 82 million Flo. Crack one of them bottles for us, man.
Look, I know you're crack it out and just post Celsius. You know what I'm saying?
Pour some Celsius out.
You know what I'm talking about, man? That's a fact. But look, what's so crazy about this situation, because the only reason I know about Celsius is because of Flo Rider. You know what I'm saying? Like Flo Rider, he was putting it in his videos. He was talking about it. He was endorsing it crazy. And
put him on his back.
He put him on his shoulders. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know, Flo Rider is number 7 all-time hip-hop selling artist. So Flo Rider got hits.
Don't sleep on Flo.
He got million record sales. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So with that being said, he only sued them for $30,000. Yeah. The original lawsuit was for $30,000, and they were supposed to give him stock. They didn't give him his stock, and he's never got paid for it. So at the end of the trial, the people in Florida say, no. Not only did you win, we gonna give you 82 of them things. We gonna give you 82 million of them things. You know what I'm talking about?
There goes your shares right there, Mr. Rider.
Yeah.
Mr. Rider.
Yeah.
Can we call you Flo?
With the birds, you know.
Yeah. Get your money and go.
Get your paper, dog. Shouts out to the Flo Rider.
Flo Rider, man. Yeah, I like to hear that, man, because
me too.
You know, it's tied into everything else. What we was talking about with the corporations and companies doing that to people.
Yeah.
And I said Reagan, you said it goes back. Warren Reagan's the one that actually put it in the writing.
Yeah.
He gave the power, made it a law to put corporations over people. He's the person that signed the humans' rights away to the corporations. Yeah. I just want to add that.
Yeah. But that, hey, it's
Uncle Ronnie.
It's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just one of them things in the culture that, you know, people need to know. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a process to all of these things that's transpired. You know what I mean? And that's why stories like Flo Rider, you know what I'm saying, somebody getting what they supposed to get after putting in that work, you know what I mean? Getting $82 million, man, that is such a blessing. And sweat equity. And they didn't give it to him. He worked for that. From 2014 to 2018, free endorsements, and he didn't get no money. So they just let you know Flo really eating off his music. He getting money over there.
You know how much money Celsius must have made.
Yeah.
They got $20.25 million per year.
Yeah.
For every year.
Yeah.
You know, in 4 years from 2014 to 2018, he won $82 million. What's that, about $20.25 per year?
Yeah.
For that. That's not bad work, Flo.
Yeah.
You know, I know you were sweating it out.
Multi-million-dollar company. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of it is to do for Flo Rider.
Yeah.
Because Flo Rider put it on his back. Flo made him. That's a fact.
Flo made him. Now go out and build another company, Flo, and this time get paid right, you know. So scratch Celsius now. You know,
Shouts out to Flo Rider, man. I love those type of stories. We love that type of energy, man. I think we just gonna end it on that. You know what I'm saying? We gonna end it on a high note. You know what I'm saying? Because
you don't want to go into I guess
you want to. You know what? Let's go into it. You know what I'm saying? Why not?
Since we was talking about Flo, we don't want to. You know, on a high note, you know, we have Flo with the 82. On the low notes, again, last week We talked about Mariah, and we talked about Nick and the custody stuff. This week is even worse, man.
The low note.
The low note of the show. You know, we got to end on a low. I hate to say it, but this is for news that you can use. If you don't know it, it's for men. Now, everybody knows DJ Mustard. Okay, his ex-wife seeks close to $1 million per year in child support.
Wow.
Why? How can she even go into court demanding $1 million per year in child support?
Bruh.
How? How can any woman have that? If they in California or something, $1 million per year for child support.
Oh,
no. I can see if they might have had it tied up with child support and alimony and everything. This is child support alone. What kind of child is that?
Bruh.
What kind of child is that? What kind of child is that?
That kid or them kids, you know what I'm saying, need to be curing cancer, curing HIV, curing COVID. You know what I mean? Like doing some major things. You see what I'm saying? And let's not make this about the child. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not the child who's seeking the money.
It's the mother.
You know
it's the
what I'm
mom.
saying?
Yeah.
And that just shows you how much money Mustard out here getting in these streets, which he deserves it because he's out here producing. He's out here working. You know what I'm saying? What Ross said about Kobe, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. You see what I'm saying? His wife is not in the studio producing them tracks. His wife not in the studio making these relationships and building your catalog.
Not promoting, not marketing.
None of that. Should she be taken care of? Absolutely. Should them kids not want for nothing? Absolutely. But I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong because I don't know Mustard, but I would think he's already doing that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I would think he's already providing for his kids. You know what I'm saying? For her to be seeking $1 million, you know what I'm saying? He already got to be doing something. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't understand why you think you are entitled to that much money. You know what I mean? And you don't do nothing as far as musically. Now, you probably take care of the kids and hold the house down and got your own stuff going on. And I'm not downplaying none of that because raising kids, taking care of house, or whatever you're doing is not an easy job. You know what I mean? And if y'all, used to a certain lifestyle or whatever the case may be, hey, it is what it is. You got to what it is. When you're a big dog.
Make your own money. You're getting this kind of money already. Man. Build your own financial war chest with the money that you're being given.
I bet you she just mad over whatever they divorcing for or whatever they went through in their own personal relationship.
She's the ex, so she's mad at the new Mrs. Mustard. Yeah. She's the new Mrs. Mustard. Yeah. Got the new money, new Mustard money. New Mrs. Mustard got the new Miss Mustard money. Got so she wants some of the new Miss Mustard money, but you're the old Miss Mustard. You messed up. You want to do everything your way. You got the house in the hills. You got the kids. That's a lifetime of eating. Them kids is a part of Mustard Seed. So Mustard Seed, that them kids is entitled to his publishing for the rest of their lives, and so on and so on. Not you, Mom. Not you, ex-Mustard. No, not you. That kid, Mustard's child is. So ex-Mustard, no for $1 million per year child support. Kid, we're not hating. You can get it from your pop. Mustard got
you. Well, look, but you know what's so crazy about it?
Yeah.
You remember when 50's son was, everybody was calling him entitled because he was saying 50 was giving him, what did he say, 45 or 6,500 a month or something like that. And he's saying that was nothing. And people was like, what? Like, that's good money a month. You know what I'm saying?
$6,500 a month for hell.
42, 65, it was something. Like, but whatever it was a month, that's good money. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't care who you talking to. You know what I'm saying? So he looking crazy at that. People talking about that. So can you imagine $1 million a month? Like, that's not for the kid. You not telling me you taking that $1 million a month and putting that for the kids. You know what I mean? You just want that lifestyle. Like, you want to do you. Like, that is beyond
like you
reason.
did it. Like you cut records for the Migos and stuff.
Right.
Come on, X Mustard. You did not do that, X Mustard. You didn't do anything. You probably held it down a couple nights. You know, that's why you have a kid after that. But somewhere along the line, it didn't work. You tried to get bigger than Mustard. So X Mustard.
Not X Mustard.
X Mustard can't do it. X Mustard can't do it. You know, you gotta let it go.
You gotta let it go.
New Mustard. New Mustard. You know, so you gotta let it go. The New Mustard is doing their thing. X Mustard is disgruntled. She wants some Prada shoes or something stupid. You know, something she don't need. Get a hustle. Listen, if you're getting $4,200 a month, okay, that's about what? About $50,000 a year, say.
Yeah.
You know, $50,000 a year, nothing.
Give or take, yeah.
So if you got your own career and job, you know, you got that. So the money that you make on your own career and job, maybe say another $50,000 a year, say, give or take. And that puts you about $100,000 a year. You should be living comfortable. You, one child, whatever. Yeah. Don't live above your means.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I would say. You know, don't live above your means.
But $1 million, bro?
Nah, you can't. I mean, Mustard don't got no Clint Eastwood money, Johnny Carson. I mean,
Mustard might be getting it. He might be getting it.
He might be getting it, but she's X. She already left. She's already out the door. She's X Mustard. So she got her situation. She took her contract, you know, her Mustard. She was cool. I got him. You know, I got him. I got his. Yeah, you got him, but you're not getting $1 million a year. Sorry. Get you a job. You know, get you a good job.
So if you was the judge, what would you tell X Mustard?
X Mustard denied. Denied. Nah, Mustard. Nah. Y'all sit there and make gas faces at it. No. Get a job. You know, let her know. Get a job. You ain't getting no more of that Mustard money. Your child is getting the money. You're not getting the Mustard money. And in fact, since you lost that, you're going to have to give us some of that Mustard money because you're going to have to pay for these proceedings, too.
Just wasting court time.
And your lawyer, too. $1 million a year. You know, what do you do? What do you do for a living? Sit at home complaining, watching reality TV. Get on out of here. No X Mustard. Sorry.
Oh, shouts out to X Mustard. I ain't mad at you for shooting your shot. You know what I'm saying?
At you either. You know, you get your money. Get a better job. You know, get some of that Mustard money. Be nice to Mustard. Mustard, hey, I want to go to school, pick up a semester, a couple credits. Maybe I can get a couple extra dollars. I won't have to get $1 million a year out of it. You know, man. But you know, that's how it works out sometimes. Kids' crib, you know, Mustard got them sitting lovely in a nice crib.
Come on, man.
It's all X Mustard's fault. Yeah. You know, so if not, it's all X Mustard's fault. Oh, your G ain't good enough, X Mustard.
Oh, no.
Your girlfriend's got you all fucked up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, man. Hey, but look, if she get that $1 million, because I done heard in other divorces where women didn't get it, bro. Like, I don't know if I ever heard somebody getting that $1 million.
What state?
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I ever heard somebody getting that $1 million.
Yeah, she's X.
I didn't heard.
She's X. She had the chance to negotiate her deal out the door. She negotiated her deal, wasn't good enough. This is like wanting to renegotiate a deal. Hey, the new Mustard looks like she getting $1 million a year with the lifestyle. I have a seed over here too. Meanwhile, seed is cool. He don't know what's happening. I don't know. I'm sweet. I got everything I need over here. And meanwhile,
life is good.
Life is good. And X Mustard playing them games.
Man.
Playing them games. She's seen the new Miss Mustard probably driving a Bentley, driving one of Mustard's Bentleys, or driving one of his things like, you know, the girlfriends. Girl, ain't that your ex? Ain't that Mustard's girl?
Put that fuel to the fire.
With
Put
that
fuel.
Bentley, who's she doing? I said, I'm going good. I need $1 million a year. No, it's not happening. It's not happening, Mamacita. No. It's not happening that way. You ex-mustard.
No money for you.
No, you negotiated yours when you divorced and left. You was happy, you were satisfied. It's enough.
Yeah.
Believe me, it's plenty.
Yeah.
If you're getting $5,000-6,000 a month, that's a good. Get you a $3,000, $4,000 a month job, and you got $10,000 a month. You good. Live.
Oh, P.stock dropping jewels, ex-mustard. You know what I'm saying, for you to get your money up. You know what I'm saying. But y'all already know we're gonna keep y'all in tune with everything we talked about today and everything moving forward. Because you know what we like to do. We like to keep our pulse on the culture, so we'll know everything that's going on, keep our minds and stay focused on what's going on in the culture, so we can come to you and we can discuss it. Y'all already know the vibes. We are locked in. Shouts out to everybody that tunes in, taps in with us, give us your feedback, watch the program. We appreciate all of the love, all of the support, you know what I'm saying, that we get. And we're going to continue to tap in. We got some more shows coming in. We're going to put some things together to keep moving the platform forward. You know what I'm saying? So until next week, I'm going to be back with P to give you news you can use and tapping in with the culture, man. So it's your boy Big Wall.
It's your man P.stock. Here we go.
This is Address the Culture. And like I always say, your culture makes you who you are. So make sure they respect it. We're going to catch you on the next episode. We up out of here.
Dressing the culture. I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture. I'm addressing the culture, huh?